Are you ready for some shocking news that could change the course of the Toronto Maple Leafs season? As the team navigates through the ups and downs of the NHL, one key player is facing an uncertain recovery that has fans on the edge of their seats. With whispers of a serious injury and a coach's recent comments raising eyebrows. Could this be the moment that defines the Leafs' playoff hopes? Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss any updates on this critical situation. The recent shift in Coach Craig Berub's tone regarding Auston Matthews' injury is sending waves of concern through the Toronto Maple Leafs fanbase. Going from "he's battling through it" to "I don't know, I'm not a doctor, I can't answer that question," is definitely not the kind of news any Leafs fan wants to hear. While we haven't received an official update on Matthews' condition, the way Berube has been discussing it lately raises serious eyebrows. This week, we learned that Matthews re-aggravated an injury, and it was during a game against the Buffalo Sabres that this unfortunate turn of events occurred. Berube's uncertainty about Matthews' timeline for a return is troubling, especially since Matthews missed the game against the New York Islanders on Saturday. The team didn't look great without him. Initially, Berube praised Matthews for his grit, stating, "It's tough. He's fighting through it." But just days later, his comments hinted at a growing ambiguity regarding Matthews' recovery process. "I hope that with the break coming up, he can find some relief, feel better, and be ready to go. That's really all I can say about it," said Berube, "and that's where the worry begins. Look, we've seen the Leafs manage quite well without Matthews, boasting a 7-1-0 record in his absence. But let's be honest, Saturday's performance was a stark reminder of how much we need him back on the ice. His prolonged recovery is a significant concern, especially since he's been dealing with this issue since early November and has even sought specialized treatment in Germany. This situation isn't looking promising, folks. Berube is hopeful that the NHL holiday break will give Matthews the time he needs to recuperate and recharge. But with uncertainty surrounding his condition, we have to ask ourselves, how serious is this injury really? Matthews' ability to play through pain earlier in the season was commendable, but this recent setback indicates that there may be more complexity to the injury than initially thought. As a die-hard Leafs fan, I can't help but feel anxious about what this means for the team's future. We all know how critical Matthews is to our chances of making a deep playoff run. The longer he's out, the more it affects our performance and our overall aspirations this season. If he can't get healthy soon, are we setting ourselves up for disappointment? And here's the kicker. The way the team played without him on Saturday raises a lot of questions. It felt like a wake-up call, a reminder of just how pivotal Matthews is to our success. The chemistry he has with his teammates is irreplaceable, and we saw that gap widen in that game. It makes you wonder, is this the right path for the team? I honestly find myself divided on it. The Toronto Maple Leafs faced another tough night without their captain, Auston Matthews, who missed his 10th game of the season in that disappointing 6-3 loss to the New York Islanders. Matthews' upper body injury, which he aggravated after a cross-check from Buffalo Sabres' Dennis Gilbert, has left fans and players alike wondering about his future availability. It's clear that the team is in a bit of a limbo as the medical staff continues to search for the best approach to get him back on the ice. Head coach Craig Berube, when asked about Matthews' status after the game, was understandably tight-lipped, stating, "I'm not a doctor, I can't answer that question." His remarks highlight the uncertainty surrounding Matthews' health. As the Leafs prepare to host the Winnipeg Jets, it seems unlikely that Matthews will be back in time for that crucial matchup. With the team not playing again until December 27th against the Detroit Red Wings, there's a palpable sense of urgency for Matthews to recover. It's been a roller coaster season for Matthews, who has 11 goals and 23 points in just 24 games so far. His absence is certainly felt on the ice. After all, he's not just a player but the leader of this team. John Tavares captured the sentiment perfectly, saying, "You miss him every night." The pressure is on the rest of the squad to step up and fill that void. But let's be real. No one can truly replace what Matthews brings to the table. Joseph Woll, who faced 33 shots against the Islanders, echoed a similar sentiment. He acknowledged the impact of Matthews' absence but remained optimistic, stating, "I think our team has shown it can rise to the occasion regardless of who's in the lineup." That's a reassuring thought, but as fans we can't help but feel the weight of missing our star player. Meanwhile, William Nylander has emerged as a standout performer, scoring twice against the Islanders and leading the team with 23 goals in 34 games. He's proving his worth, but even he admitted, obviously you want him to play and feel good. It's clear that the team is rallying together, but the question remains, how long can they sustain this level of play without their best player? As we look ahead, the Maple Leafs are in a bit of a precarious position. The longer Matthews remains sidelined, the more pressure mounts on the remaining players to not only maintain their performance, but also to ensure they're in a stable position for the playoffs. The playoffs are a different beast, and having a fully healthy Matthews would be critical to the team's success. So, what does this mean for the Leafs' future? Can they keep their momentum going without their captain? I'm honestly torn. Part of me believes this team is resilient enough to hold the fort, but another part worries about the long-term implications of Matthews' absence. Fans, what do you think? Is this the right strategy for the Leafs while they navigate this injury? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Are you hopeful about the team's chances without Matthews, or are you feeling a bit anxious? As we gear up for the next few games, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the latest updates on the Maple Leafs. And hey, make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the essential news as we march toward the playoffs. Your passion as a fan is what keeps us all going, and I can't wait to hear your opinions on this situation.